Have you ever felt that your body remembers pain long after your mind has let go? That somewhere beneath your thoughts, a quiet pulse of energy still speaks, waiting to be heard? Perhaps you've sensed it, a moment when time slows, when intuition feels louder than logic. That's not imagination. It's communication, energy speaking in the language of vibration. Science calls it quantum potential. Ancient healers called it life force. Today, we call it awakening. This is quantum healing revealed, where science meets the sacred and the invisible becomes your greatest ally in healing. You are not broken. You are energy in motion, capable of resonance, renewal, and extraordinary self-restoration. Every heartbeat carries an electrical signature. Every emotion ripples through your field. Every thought sends a signal into the fabric of reality itself. When we begin to listen, really listen, we rediscover what healing has always been. Not a war against illness, but a return to harmony. What if the answers you've been seeking are not in another prescription or another test result, but in your ability to shift your vibration? To align your consciousness with the subtle frequencies that already hold the blueprint of wellness? Quantum healing is not an escape from science, it's the expansion of it. It is the place where particles and prayers meet, where observation creates transformation, and where awareness becomes medicine. So take a deep breath. Inhale possibility. Exhale resistance. Over the next few chapters, you'll discover how ancient practices, from Reiki and Qigong to meditation and breathwork, align with quantum physics to reveal a universe that is not mechanical but alive, intelligent, responsive. Whether you are a skeptic, a seeker, or somewhere in between, you will learn that healing is not something done to you, it's something awakened within you. Let this moment be the beginning, not of learning something new, but of remembering what your body, your heart, and your energy have always known. You were designed to heal. If you're listening to this audiobook, there's a reason. Perhaps life has been asking more of you lately, more patience, more strength, more presence than you thought you had. Maybe you've felt the quiet ache of exhaustion, or the longing for peace in a world that never seems to slow down. You are not alone. Across the planet, millions are waking up to the realization that healing is not just physical, it's energetic, emotional, and deeply conscious. Quantum Healing Revealed was written for that awakening. For those who sense there is more to health than treating symptoms, more to life than survival, and more to reality than what the eyes can see. In the chapters ahead, we'll explore a convergence where the laws of quantum physics meet the timeless wisdom of the ancients. You'll learn how your thoughts, emotions, and intentions directly influence the fields of energy that shape your biology. You'll see how meditation, breathwork, and hands-on energy techniques awaken the body's natural intelligence. And you'll understand why science is finally catching up with what healers, monks, and shamans have practiced for millennia. That consciousness is the true architect of reality. This journey isn't about replacing modern medicine. It's about expanding it, inviting both logic and intuition to sit at the same table. It's about bridging two worlds, the analytical and the mystical, the measurable and the miraculous. You'll hear stories of transformation from people who healed beyond all odds, and studies that reveal how observation alone can alter molecular outcomes. You'll learn about energy fields, vibration, and the mysterious quantum dance that connects every heartbeat, every breath, every thought in the universe. But most importantly, you'll be invited to experience these truths within yourself, to feel, not just understand, how your awareness is medicine. As you listen, let these words become a mirror, reflecting your own capacity for renewal. You don't need to believe everything at once. You only need to stay open. Healing does not begin with certainty. It begins with curiosity. So settle in. Let your breath deepen. Let your awareness expand. And as we move forward together, remember, you are not just a listener to this story. You are a participant in the great unfolding of your own quantum reality. Part 1. The Science of Energy and Consciousness. 1. A universe of vibration. Imagine the world not as solid matter, but as a sea of invisible motion, a vast symphony of energy vibrating at different frequencies. From the smallest atom to the farthest star, everything dances in waves. The chair beneath you, the air you breathe, the thoughts flickering in your mind, all are patterns in the same field of vibration. Ancient healers intuited this truth long before science gave it language. They spoke of chi, prana, and the breath of life, subtle currents weaving body, mind, and spirit together. Today, quantum physics echoes their wisdom. What we call matter is condensed energy, and what we call energy is the living fabric of reality itself. Quantum healing begins here, in recognizing that the boundary between physical and spiritual dissolves when everything is vibration. Healing, then, is not about fixing the body but tuning its frequency back into harmony with the universe. 2 quantum foundations made human. Quantum mechanics can feel abstract, but beneath its mathematics lie ideas that speak directly to how we live and heal. Wave, particle duality, reminds us that things are not one thing or the other. They are both, until observed. Likewise, you are not only your biology or your spirit, you are a fusion of both. Superposition suggests infinite potential until awareness chooses a state. Each thought, each intention collapses possibility into form. Entanglement reveals that connection transcends distance. What happens in one place can instantly echo in another. In human terms, it tells us that love, empathy, and prayer might travel farther than we imagine. The uncertainty principle humbles us. Reality is fluid, not fixed. Healing, too, is not a straight line but a wave of probabilities responding to attention and care. The deeper lesson is clear. Observation and consciousness shape outcomes. When we direct awareness toward wellness, the body begins to respond at the subatomic level. The observer and the observed are one continuous dance. 3 Energy and the living field. Every culture has spoken of a life force moving through us. Science now finds its echo in the language of quantum fields, invisible oceans of energy from which all particles arise. Your heartbeat is an electromagnetic signal pulsing through that ocean, your brain, a transmitter of coherent waves. When these internal vibrations fall out of tune, through trauma, stress, or fear, we experience dis-ease. Yet through breath, intention, and awareness, we can retune the system. Think of your body as an instrument. Meditation is the tuning fork, breath the vibration, and consciousness the musician. Modern research confirms what mystics practiced. Breathing slows heart rhythms, balances the nervous system, and harmonizes brainwave coherence. At a quantum level, coherence means order, the state in which energy flows freely and information moves without distortion. For the ancients and the scientists. Across time, healers mapped the energy body in remarkable detail. In traditional Chinese medicine, qi travels through meridians, energetic rivers connecting organs and emotions. In Ayurveda, 3 dashas describe the movement of elemental energy: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Native American traditions speak of spirit wind, sacred breath, and ceremony to realign the soul with nature. Though the languages differ, the principle is identical. Health is flow, illness is stagnation. Quantum science now offers imagery for this wisdom. Entangled particles mirror the meridians' connectivity. The resonance of atomic vibrations parallels the hum of the chakras. Even the zero-point field, a universal background of potential energy, resembles what the ancients called the Great Spirit or Source. When physicists describe energy fields interacting, they are unknowingly describing what shamans felt when they placed a hand on the body and sensed warmth and movement beneath the skin. 5. The Chakra Symphony. Within the human field reside 7 principal energy centers, chakras, spinning wheels of light aligned along the spine. Each one vibrates at its own frequency and governs a dimension of our existence. Root, Muladhara, grounding, safety, survival. Sacral, Svadhisthana, creativity, emotion, pleasure. Solar plexus, Manipura, personal power, confidence. Heart, Anahata, love, compassion, connection. Throat, Vishuddha, truth, communication. Third eye, Ajna, intuition, perception. Crown, Sahasrara, spiritual unity and higher consciousness. When these centers are balanced, energy ascends smoothly from base to crown, creating coherence between matter and spirit. When blocked, emotions stagnate and physical issues appear. Quantum physics frames this as resonance and interference. A coherent field supports vitality, a distorted one disrupts information flow. Through sound, breath, meditation, and intention, we can recalibrate the chakras, aligning biological and energetic systems into one harmonic field. 6. Mindfulness and the quantum observer. Meditation is the bridge that unites ancient discipline with quantum insight. The observer effect tells us that observation changes what is observed. In meditation, awareness becomes the observer, the body, the observed system. As we rest attention on breath or sensation, neural circuits shift, electromagnetic fields stabilize, and cellular communication improves. Modern neuroscience now shows that mindfulness reshapes the brain structure, thickening regions associated with compassion and self-regulation. On the quantum level, this could be viewed as consciousness reordering probability toward coherence. Each moment of mindful presence is an act of quantum alignment, a small, deliberate correction in the vast field of energy that defines who we are. 7. Healing through intention. Intention is the steering wheel of consciousness. In both prayer and physics, it directs energy toward form. Studies on the placebo effect demonstrate that belief alone can trigger physiological repair, proof that expectation alters biochemistry. When you hold a clear, heart-centered intention, may this body return to balance, you broadcast a frequency into the quantum field. Cells receive it as information, and molecules begin to organize around it. The body listens. Ancient ceremonies, from chanting to visualization, were technologies of intention long before the term existed. They used rhythm, repetition, and emotion to focus awareness, just as a laser focuses light. 8. The union of science and spirit. In modern language, the bridge between these worlds is consciousness. Quantum healing teaches that consciousness is not trapped inside the brain. It permeates the entire field. Each person is both a receiver and a transmitter of the universal mind. When healers channel energy through hands or breath, they are not performing magic. They are engaging with a deeper layer of physics where information and energy are interchangeable. Reiki, Qigong, and similar arts demonstrate the same pattern. Coherence in the practitioner induces coherence in the receiver. The lesson is profound. Healing is a resonance phenomenon. Harmony in one system invites harmony in another. 9. The return to wholeness. As we close this first part of the journey, imagine standing before a river. One current flows from science, the other from spirit. At their confluence, the water becomes stronger, clearer, alive. That meeting is quantum healing. You are the meeting point. Within you flows the logic of atoms and the language of the soul. Within you, observation becomes transformation and energy becomes light. Take a moment to breathe, to feel the quiet hum that is your existence. That vibration is not separate from the stars. It is the same music, played through a different instrument. This is the essence of part 1. To remember that healing begins not in laboratories or temples, but in awareness. When you change the way you perceive yourself, you change the field around you. And as the field changes, so does the body. Part 2. Ancient Wisdom and the Healing Arts. 1. Where science meets spirit. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine two worlds, one illuminated by microscopes and equations, the other by incense and prayer. Now picture them stepping toward each other until the line between dissolves. That place of meeting, where physics hums like mantra and breath becomes data, is where true healing begins. Quantum healing stands upon that threshold. It doesn't dismiss medicine or mysticism. It invites both to collaborate. Each heartbeat, Each electrical spark in your nerves is a bridge between seen and unseen realities. Here, the laboratory and the temple become one. 2. Healing at the quantum level. Modern physics teaches that the smallest building blocks of existence do not behave like miniature billiard balls, but like clouds of probability, shifting, responsive, alive with potential. When applied to healing, this means that your body is not a static machine. It is a dynamic field of possibilities. Reiki, acupuncture, qigong all operate through that field. When a healer channels energy, they're not inserting something foreign. They're reminding the body of its inherent coherence. Every cell, every photon of light in your bloodstream, listens for instruction. And consciousness-focused, loving awareness is the language it understands. Ancient traditions called this life force. Quantum science calls it the energy field. Both describe a flow that responds to intention. 3. The power of intention. Intention is subtle, but it is physics in motion. A thought, repeated with emotion, creates measurable changes in the body's electromagnetic field. Consider the placebo effect, the silent proof that belief heals. When patients expect improvement, their physiology obeys. Neural chemistry shifts, immune cells activate, pain diminishes. In quantum terms, intention collapses probability into experience. In spiritual language, faith moves mountains. So before every meditation, before every act of self-care, whisper a clear direction into the universe. May my energy align with wholeness. That statement is not wishful thinking. It's a frequency command sent into the field of infinite possibility. For stories of bridging worlds. Science is beginning to listen to spirit's evidence. Hospitals now study Reiki for post-surgical recovery. Patients report less pain and anxiety. Mindfulness programs reshape neural architecture. MRI scans reveal thicker cortices in those who meditate. Biologists like Dr. Bruce Lipton demonstrate that perception, not genes alone, instructs our cells. And even experiments with water, emotion, and music hint that matter remembers kindness. Each study is a small lantern, lighting the path toward integration. 5. Quantum energy techniques. If everything is energy, then techniques for healing are simply ways to move and refine that energy. Some require no tools, only breath, imagination, and willingness. Let's explore 3 foundational practices. Breath work. Breath is the original medicine. Inhale through the nose for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. As air enters, picture golden light filling your chest. As it leaves, imagine stress dissolving like mist. With every cycle, you retune your nervous system, converting chaos into rhythm. Visualization. The brain does not distinguish vividly imagined experience from reality. So visualize yourself bathed in radiant energy, each cell pulsing with life. Feel gratitude, as if healing has already occurred. Gratitude anchors the frequency of completion. Hands-on healing. Lay your palms over your heart or any area of tension. Picture warmth flowing from the earth, through your arms, into that space. You may feel tingling or subtle magnetism. That's energy responding. The principle is simple. Where attention goes, energy flows. 6. Reiki and Qigong, the ancient technologies. Reiki teaches that universal energy flows through attuned hands. Practitioners become channels, not sources, allowing light to move where it's needed. Qigong, older still, uses motion, breath, and intention to circulate qi throughout the body. Its slow gestures mirror the motion of clouds and water, training the body to remember harmony. Both systems echo quantum coherence, order emerging from chaos when vibration synchronizes. Scientific instruments now detect measurable electromagnetic shifts around practitioners during sessions, a glimpse of spirit recorded as data. 7. Energy medicine in the modern world. The term energy medicine once sounded mystical. Now it appears in research journals. Biofield science measures subtle electromagnetic patterns. Heart rate variability studies show that compassion, a feeling, can regulate the body more effectively than some drugs. Integrative clinics blend acupuncture with chemotherapy, mindfulness with cardiology, not as competition, but completion. When a doctor places a stethoscope and listens deeply, when a healer closes eyes and senses the pulse beneath the pulse, both are engaging the same mystery from different angles. 8. The mind is medicine. Every thought releases chemistry. Hope floods the system with dopamine and serotonin. Despair drains it. Your body is the physical echo of your emotional vocabulary. Quantum healing invites you to edit that language. Replace self-criticism with curiosity, fear with gentle inquiry. Each substitution changes frequency, and frequency, inevitably, changes form. 9. From theory to practice. Let's ground this wisdom in a simple daily ritual, a quantum minute. Breathe consciously 3 times. Acknowledge whatever you feel, without judgment. Visualize your cells smiling, literally lighting up. End with gratitude for the intelligence within you. 60 seconds, repeated often, can rewire the field of your life. Healing need not be dramatic. It is the quiet realignment of countless small choices toward coherence. 10. Integration, science, spirit, self. In the silence between breath and thought, science and spirit clasp hands. Both affirm that the universe is participatory. We are not spectators, but co-creators. When you align attention, emotion, and intention, you activate the blueprint that every ancient lineage recognized. The human being as bridge between Earth and cosmos, matter and consciousness. You are not learning to heal, you are remembering that you already know how. Energy healing is no longer myth or miracle. It is the rediscovery of a language spoken by atoms and souls alike. As we move forward, we'll explore how consciousness itself, the quiet observer behind every heartbeat, becomes the architect of transformation. Take one last slow breath. Feel the warmth in your palms, the steadiness in your chest. That is your field, intelligent, responsive, infinite. Carry it with you as we journey into part 3, the integration, consciousness, and the future of healing. Part 3, the integration and the journey forward. 1. The power of consciousness. Every discovery we've explored points to one astonishing truth. Consciousness creates reality. Not in a poetic sense, but as a measurable interaction between awareness and the quantum field. Your thoughts aren't confined to your skull. They ripple through energy like pebbles on still water. Neuroscientists see the echoes in neural synchrony. Mystics feel them as vibration. Both describe the same force, the organizing intelligence of mind. When you observe your body with love instead of fear, its chemistry changes. When you visualize wholeness, molecules respond. Consciousness isn't an accessory to biology. It is the conductor of its orchestra. 2. Quantum consciousness. In quantum physics, the observer effect reveals that matter behaves differently when watched. The act of attention collapses waves into form. Now, imagine your life as that experiment. Every judgment, every word, every silent belief, an observation shaping your field. To practice quantum consciousness is to become a conscious observer, not resisting emotion, but witnessing it until it softens into light. This is why meditation heals. The more present you become, the more the body entrains to the frequency of peace. Presence is coherence, and coherence is health. 3 daily practices for quantum healing. Healing thrives in simplicity. Here are 3 gentle rituals to anchor your energy each day. Morning alignment. Before screens or speech, place a hand on your heart. Whisper, "Today I align with the highest frequency of love." Feel warmth spread outward. Midday reset. Pause between tasks. Inhale light through the crown of your head. Exhale tension through your feet. This one breath is a full recalibration. Evening integration. As you lie in bed, recall 3 moments of gratitude, no matter how small. Gratitude converts experience into harmony. Small acts, repeated, weave energy into stability. 4. Self-care as frequency maintenance. Think of self-care not as luxury, but as energetic hygiene. Nutrition, movement, sleep, laughter. Each stabilizes vibration. When the field is nourished, intuition sharpens and recovery quickens. The goal is not perfection, it is rhythm. Nature heals because it moves in cycles. So should you. 5. Trends and technology. The horizon of healing expands daily. Researchers map biofields, engineers design wearable frequency devices, and artificial intelligence tailors meditations to individual resonance. Yet technology must remain servant, not master. Its highest purpose is to remind us what the ancients already knew, that awareness is the ultimate interface. Whether through a crystal, a sensor, or a prayer, all methods return to the same source, the conscious field within. 6. The role of community. Healing is magnified in togetherness. When groups meditate, studies show electromagnetic coherence expanding far beyond their walls. Shared intention creates measurable calm in cities, hospitals, and homes. Imagine if communities gathered not to debate, but to synchronize hearts, to breathe as one organism. That collective resonance could transform the planet. 7. The future of quantum healing. Tomorrow's medicine will read frequency as fluently as it now reads DNA. Doctors will prescribe sound and light alongside pharmaceuticals. Therapists will weave mindfulness into diagnostics. And healers will collaborate with scientists to measure what once felt mystical. But even in that future, the essential truth will remain simple. Healing is awareness returning to itself. 8. The harmonization of worlds. Science explains how, spirituality reminds us why. When both lenses merge, perception widens, and compassion becomes the new technology. You are not the conflict between these worlds. You are their harmony, expressed in flesh and light.
Close your eyes now.
Sense your breath as a bridge between atom and infinity. That bridge is you. 9. A call to consciousness. The journey does not end with this audiobook. It begins each time you choose awareness over reaction, curiosity over fear. As you move through your days, remember, every smile shifts the field. Every act of kindness recalibrates the grid of humanity. Every quiet moment of gratitude heals a little corner of the collective heart. You are the healer. You always were. Take a deep breath in. Feel energy rise through your spine, radiant, steady. Exhale slowly, releasing the weight of the past. Let this final thought settle within you. I am both wave and particle, both matter and mystery. I am consciousness exploring itself through form. Carry that knowing into your life, into your relationships, your work, your rest. Each moment is a chance to return to resonance. And when the noise of the world grows loud, come back to your still mind, the space where healing whispers. If this journey through Quantum Healing Revealed has touched you, take a moment to subscribe to the Still Mind Studios. Here, every story is a doorway to awareness. Every sound a reminder of the peace that lives within you. You can continue reading or listening to the full book Quantum Healing Revealed by Sophia Harper, available now on Amazon KDP. Thank you for listening, for breathing, and for remembering that healing is your natural state.